If you watched our channel in the past, you'll know that travel is a big part of our YouTube channel, especially cruising. And I wanted to make a video today talking about some of my favorite items to pack, some of the items and some of the best tips I could give you when it comes to packing and what to take on a cruise with you. So to begin with, when you get on the ship, you're most likely going to check your large bags and have a carry-on, and you want to definitely have some sort of carry-on with the important items. If you take any kind of medications, make sure you pack it in the carry-on. If you want to get on the boat and maybe hit the pool right away, pack your bathing suit so you have it handy, because sometimes the bags that you check will take a few hours to show up to your cabin or your stateroom. You might even pack another change of clothes just to be safe. Another item when it comes to preparing and packing, something that my wife and I have started doing on recent cruises, is that if we each take a suitcase, we'll usually pack half of my stuff in one suitcase and half of my other items in her suitcase. So we each basically have a fair share of items mixed between the two suitcases, just in the event that if that suitcase were to disappear, we wouldn't be completely helpless. When it comes to packing and how much you should take, look, everybody has their opinion. Eric and I tend to travel kind of light. We don't take more than just a suitcase apiece, usually in a small carry-on. But do whatever makes you happy. If you need to take 3 or 4 bags and take everything you want in your closet, and it's going to make you happy and you're not going to be stressing over thinking that maybe you would have forgotten something, then take it. Take everything. Cruise ships, the newer ones, are getting better. Some of them even have USB ports that you can use, but I usually always take a power strip. I've been traveling with this power strip for a while. It gives me 3 additional plugs plus 2 USB plugs, and it's great because we have been on cruises where there's only 1 plug in the cabin and 1 plug in the bathroom, and if you're fighting with your significant other and she's got a hair dryer and a curling iron and all this other stuff, this can really come in handy. The next item I love to take is a Bluetooth speaker. When Eric and I go on a cruise, we'll usually make new friends, have a few cocktails in the cabin before we go out, and having some music playing in the cabin is always fun. And if you use an app like Spotify, you can download your music in advance, so you don't need an internet connection. It comes in real handy. The next item I love to take is this. This is a laundry line. All the ships will have a line to hang your wet bathing suits on in the shower. But what I like about this is that this thing can literally stretch from one side of the cabin to the other. So you have 2 or 3 bathing suits, a few things to hang up. You can really air them out quickly. And if you have a outside balcony cabin, you can even find a way to strap this. It's just Velcro on the edges. You can put this out on the balcony, and then you can hang your suits up to dry, and they won't blow away because you've got this actually peels apart, so you can spread it apart, and then and it holds onto the fabric so the wind won't blow it away. I know there's a lot of things that I'm probably missing, but these are the things that I think about when I'm going to take a cruise. If you have a question, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. And in regards to camera gear, one thing I'd really recommend, especially if you have an outside balcony cabin, if you don't, you can go up to one of the decks and you can mount your camera using a suction cup mount like this on your balcony, or just about anywhere you can find some glass or smooth surface on the cruise ship, and you can take some really cool time lapses. The thing that's nice about the balcony is you can put it on the balcony, have it mounted, and you can take like a time lapse over 1 or 2 hour period, especially if you wake up early to catch a sunset or a sunrise for that matter. There's some really cool stuff you can see. If you do that though, make sure you have a strap connected to your mount and wrap it around the balcony rail, because these things are known to get some moisture or lose the suction, and you don't want to lose your camera in the in the middle of the ocean. One topic that's a little bit controversial is alcohol and whether or not you're going to try and sneak it on a cruise. I can tell you that in the past I have taken a lot of alcohol on cruise ships using various methods. The method that has worked the best over the years is using these rum runner kits, these plastic flasks. I know in recent years cruise lines are getting better and better at detecting these, and it seems like these are becoming less and less effective. You're going on a cruise, alcohol can be very expensive. Cruise lines now have all-inclusive alcohol packages, which can help bring the cost down. So it's up to you. If you really want to take alcohol on a cruise, there's definitely ways to make it happen. You know, personally, we don't take as much liquor, if any, now that we have a couple kids. It's just different. But it doesn't mean we don't go on and have a few drinks and have some fun. We just don't smuggle or sneak alcohol on cruise ships like we used to. But I can tell you, if you really want to get it on a cruise ship, there's still easy ways to do it. Looking back through some of the old stuff that I have, binoculars. Binoculars have always been effective. These don't look as real as regular binoculars, but these have never failed me. These are great when you're in a port and you want to get a little bit of extra alcohol back on the ship. These can really come in handy as you stop at each port. And in addition to these, there's a lot of other ways to get alcohol. Do a little research. If you really want to get alcohol on a cruise ship, there's some easy ways to do it. And then there's some fun ways to do it like this. So it's up to you. It's your cruise. Depending on how much you want to drink, you know, do what you need to do in order to have a good time, and just be responsible. Don't fall over the cruise ship. Don't get pushed over the balcony or lean over the balcony and fall out to sea, because nobody's ever going to find you. Medications, like I mentioned, take medications on your carry-on. If you happen to be someone that gets a little seasick, like Erica, my wife is, she'll take Bonine, and she'll take it usually the day before the cruise. I've heard that if you take it like the day of, it takes a few hours to set in or kick in. So do yourself a favor, take it the day before. She, the first cruise we ever went on, she was seasick. She took it after the first day. She's never had an issue since, so it makes a big difference. If you need things like Advil, basic medications, don't forget to take those on, because they can get a little pricey on the ship, and it's always useful to have those. If you're traveling with kids and you're gonna go to the beach, take some inflatables. Usually you can find some like some fun inflatables that won't take up very much space, and when you're done with them, you can take the air out of them and put them back into your suitcase rather easily. So take some inflatables for the kids. Don't forget your sunblock, sunscreens, because those are very pricey wherever you're traveling to, because they know you need it and they know that you can, they know you're going to pay for it. I remember we were in Cuba a few years ago, and I think they charged us $18 for just a basic thing of sunblock, which was ridiculous. In addition, if you're packing, you're traveling with someone that you know is going to be hanging a lot of items, take a few extra hangers. That can make a big difference. Lastly is, when it comes to what to pack, as far as like smart casual, business casual, formal, you can find all that information on the various cruise websites for the particular cruise you're going on. But if you're traveling on a cruise that's going to stop in like some religious sites, like the Vatican, for example. A few years ago, we took a cruise to the Mediterranean, and I didn't really believe it, but I remember being told that you had to have your shoulders and knees covered if you were going into some of these places. And sure enough, as we walked past security, or we were going through security to get into the Vatican, Erica was wearing a tank top, and she was told that she needed to cover her shoulders. Luckily, she had a sweater, a jacket in her backpack, and then she put that on, so she was good to go. But keep that in mind depending on where you're traveling and where your cruise is going. So anyways, those are all the tips that I can think of as far as packing. I hope that helped someone out there. Don't hesitate to ask a question in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll check in with you later. Have a great day. Bye.